pronouns are he, him. I'm also known as Trans Yoga Teacher. Welcome to Yoga for Top Surgery. As you can see, I've had top surgery, so I want to help others out who may be recovering and help you feel better in your body. So find a comfortable seat with a tall spine. We'll start with the sound of Om. Om represents the infinite. Everyone and everything, everywhere, we're all connected through the sound of Om. If you're on hormones like me and chanting is a bit dysphoric, it's okay. No one else can hear you and you can also just listen. Now I'm going to lead us through a mantra for purification. It's to purify the air, the ground, and the nadis, which are the psychic channels in the body. There's tens of thousands of them. They run all throughout. So when our nadis are clear, we're more able to be our beautiful, handsome trans selves. I like to smudge. I'm an empath if you are too. It's nice to smudge to clear your space. Say you were in the hospital, you picked up others' energy. Here you can just release it and just be embodied as your full trans self. So I'll chant a small piece and then we'll do it together. Om Apavitraha Pavitrahva Om Apavitraha Pavitrahva Sarva Vashtangato Biwa Sarva Vashtangato Biwa Yaha Smarit Pandrikaksham Yaha Smarit Pandrikaksham Sabahya Byantraha Sajjai Sabahya Byantraha Sajjai. Try not to get too in your head about it, just do your best. Om Apavitraha Pavitrahva Sarva Vashtangato Biwa Yaha Smarit Pandrikaksham Sabahya Byantraha Sajjai. Now we'll do it one time all the way through. If you're new to this mantra, you can always DM me and I can send you a recording of it. Or you could look at my YouTube channel, there's recordings of it there for you. Om Apavitraha Pavitrahva Sarva Vashtangato Biwa Yaha Smarit Pandrikaksham Sabahya Byantraha Sajjai. If you were lighting something, put it aside. I'm gonna pull a tarot card from my friend Jordan's deck. It's called 33 Masters. I also happen to be 33 and it's my favorite number. Let's see what's in store for our practice today. Divinity! That's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna read what it means. Divinity. Oh, this is beautiful. Divinity is you, divinity is me, divinity is we. Open your eyes to see the truth. We all originate from the same source, which is genderless, everything in between and beyond. Let's not trap ourselves in a human-made conception of what divinity truly is. Divinity is like the triangle made in perfect balance, with all sides supporting each other in harmony. This card comes to you as a reminder to witness the divinity in all that exists. Divinity is non-dual and does not exist within the realms of good and evil. This divinity extends to people, the plant and animal kingdoms, all sentient beings, all of the worlds and objects that are unseen. You are divine, you are not separated from the universe, and you are never alone. Connection, divinity, trust, unconditional love, expansion, space, vastness, beauty, diversity, universal family. I am free in my imagination and connected to source. That was perfect. Let's check in with our shoulders. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down a couple times. I'm really tight in my chest after top surgery, so I like to get my arms involved. I'm about 2 years out from top surgery, but it's been a pandemic, so maybe not a normal healing process. Reach your right arm across your chest. Remember, I'm opposite you. Grab outside the elbow or the forearm. Just stretch your shoulder. Switch sides. One side's always tighter. Release. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Inhale, reach up. Gaze up. Really opening the right side body. Come back to center, switch the grip, inhale. Exhale, bend right, gaze up. This is one of my favorite stretches since top surgery. We'll do it again. Left hand, right wrist, inhale, reach up. Bend. You might be tempted to kind of crunch here. Open the chest towards the ceiling. And then switch sides. Remember, this should be done if you're at least 6 weeks out from surgery, maybe even longer. If you're just recovering, you're still really tight, maybe you keep your arms out here and you bend like this. You can even keep an arm down and bend like this. You don't have to go the full way. It's more important that you listen to your body. You don't need to rush your healing process. Earth and healing are two things that cannot be rushed. Check in with your wrists. We've been in a pandemic. Have you been scrolling? How are you coping? This is a yoga for top surgery video, but nothing lives in a silo, right? It's all interconnected. Hopefully your wrist sounds better than mine. If you're sitting up on something, get it out from underneath you. Come onto all fours. Tabletop position. If your wrists are sore, you can do fists. It's up to you. And then start to find gentle movements here. Check in with your back, your spine. You can shift your hips side to side, notice how they're doing. They might be tight from sitting in the pandemic. I don't know about y'all, but my whole yoga practice has shifted in the pandemic. I think all of our lives have shifted. If your wrists need a break, you can sit back here in hero's pose. If you're a bit tight, maybe you put something underneath your bum like a pillow, right, like this. Another option if you ever need a break is a wide-legged child's pose, especially if you're in a larger body like me. I take my knees really wide, outside the mat even, come forward, bring my forearms down, and I make a pillow for my forehead with the arms. Come here and rest for a moment. can come to any resting pose at any moment. If you're ready to come back into tabletop, or what I like to call altar pose, meet here. And then extend your right foot back. Extend your right foot back, tuck your toes, rock forward and back. And then do the other leg, left leg back, tuck your toes, rock forward and back. Again, if that's a lot of pressure on your pecs, you can rest for a moment here, breathe. Your breath is your best friend. I know it can be hard to breathe deeply after top surgery, so maybe bring your hands to your chest. Kind of just say hello to your chest, your new chest. Coming into union with the body. I know this might sound weird, but touching my chest after top surgery has been one of my favorite things to do. I'm just like, hello. And you know, like a lot of times when we have surgery, we're not like told to touch it afterwards. We don't really think about being in touch with it. Even though it's such a big thing that is going on in our body, we live separate and isolated from our bodies, and it's kind of funny. So if you can, and it's okay, touch your chest often. We'll come back into altar pose. This time you can extend your right leg back, or you can, and keep the toes down, or you can lift the leg. If you feel confident here, you can extend your left arm forward. And then switch sides. And keep going with that, just like a little dance. Notice if you're clenching your jaw, if you stop breathing. Let's come back to the yoga asana. Come into down dog, so tuck your toes, bring your hips up, arrange your feet about hips width distance apart. And if this is too much for you, you can always return back to this pose. So here you want to start to push your shoulders back. If you're inflexible, you want to really bend your knees. I can try to be inflexible, but the truth is I'm not, so. But I'm much less flexible after top surgery. So pushing your shoulders back. It's a really nice shoulder opener for us. Next, you're gonna step your left foot forward for a low lunge. See how I'm bouncing? And then switch the legs. Try to do it without your hands. And switch the legs again, left leg forward. If you're early in recovery, you can have your arms like this. You can even keep your arms down. You can slowly work up like a clock. Maybe you hang out here. This is a beautiful spot. Opening the hips. The right hip here. And then you can switch. Right leg forward. Open your hips. If you're ready to move forward, maybe clasp your hands like this. I use these handy dandy knee pads. I highly recommend them, especially for folks in larger bodies or who've been doing yoga for years. So lying down dog, stretch it out. I'm gonna teach you knees, chest, chin. So if you've never been to my class, this will be new. So you can find plank. You can take plank up or on the knees. Honestly, since top surgery, I love plank on the knees. You want to make sure your back is flat. And then you drop down. Bring your chest and chin to the ground. And then you push forward into cobra. Cobra can be taken down low or up high. Break it down again. So find your plank. From upper plank, it looks like this. You drop your knees, chest and chin to the ground, forward into cobra. And then rest. So everybody meet in down dog. And then step your left leg forward for warrior one. Drop your back heel down. I'll show you the other side first. So your heel is at a 45-degree angle. The heel's on the ground. The foot's at a 45-degree angle. Bring your hands to your hips. Make sure your hips, make sure your hips are facing forward. I saw my messy kitchen and I got distracted. So, your hips are facing forward. The front knee's bent. I got a little foot thing going on. I bring my foot a little in for myself. You can hang out here. Maybe you do goalpost arms. You can reach the arms straight up. Listen to your body. Warrior two. My mat's really nice. It has lines. You'll see my front heel is in line with my back arch, more or less. If you're in a larger body, depending on your body's anatomy, you might change it around. Front knee's bent. Side angle pose, front forearm, front thigh, other arm towards the sky. If this arm up is too much, you bring it down to your hip. Try not to collapse here or like lean back. Just try to be right over your hips. And then come down to the mat. Take a rest, hero's pose, child's pose, whatever. We'll do the other side. Step the left foot forward, unless you did it already, because I cued that the first time. Do the other leg. Hands on your waist first. And if you're ready, the arms can come up. You can even stretch your shoulders like this. And then warrior two. I'm switching so I can see y'all. Again, front heel in line with your back arch, more or less. Side angle pose, front forearm, front thigh, other arm towards the sky. You can always bring your hand down. Now take your feet parallel to each other for a wide-legged forward fold. You might not be as flexible as me. You might need a prop. So if your hands don't reach the ground, you can use a foam roller, a pillow, or a block to give you some height. If you're still not making it there, you can hang out here. Find your variation. great upper back opener. You can find some length and go back in. And then rest for a moment. Come to stand slowly, take your time. Grab a strap if you have one. Reach the arms up, bend to your left. Back to center, bend to your right. And then maybe do a little circle. This is one of my favorite stretches after top surgery. Getting the whole torso. And then go the other direction. And release. We're going to continue opening our hips because when we're tight up here in the chest, the belly gets really tight after top surgery, as do the front of the legs, the hips, really the whole body, but we're gonna focus on this now. So stand on your right leg and swing your left leg. You can use a wall like I am if you need. And then grab the leg with the hand. You can also use a strap. I'm not very good at it, so I won't show you. And as you can see, you want to have your knees not out to the side. Keep your knees together. Stand tall and gaze ahead. If you can close your eyes. Maybe you lift the right arm, gaze ahead. Slowly lower the right arm. Release the left leg, shake it out. Did you hold your breath in that pose? Try to breathe more on the next side. I probably did too. So stand on your left leg, swing the right. Really try to get the leg up high, and then grab your foot. If you're stable, lift your left arm. Find a drishti, a focal point in front of you, and gaze there. Slowly lower the left arm, release the right foot. Shake it out. Grab a sip of water. Yes, I stretch as I get water. Mountain pose. Feel your feet on the ground, hips width distance apart. The knees are slightly bent, chest open. Feel like there's roots growing out from the soles of the feet, deep down into the center of the earth. Imagine moving through the layers, these thick, chunky roots really tethering you down through water, volcanic ash, sediment, dirt, clay, all the layers of earth, moving down, grounding, tethering you, connecting you the center of the earth. You and the earth, no difference. Keep the sense of groundedness with you throughout the rest of the practice. Now we'll come into tree pose, so you can keep your eyes closed or slowly open your eyes, flutter your eyes open. Standing your left leg, bring the right foot just like this, rooted tree. Your hands can be out by your sides. Often our balance is off after top surgery. Mine wasn't so much upside right, but upside down I couldn't balance so much without the titties. So notice if yours is like this. Don't do anything extra, just stay here. If you're feeling more balanced, maybe you come up just an inch, just a nudge. Really stand tall and gaze ahead. And break the pose. Shake it out. If you held your breath a little bit, try to breathe more on this side. The breath is your friend. So first find rooted tree. Find a stability here. Find an ability to stay here. Find stability here. A slight bend in the standing leg. If you're rooted, you're good. You can slowly lift that other foot. Don't bring it to your knee. Make sure it's just on the calf. Stand tall. If you want to grow out your arms, they can grow tall. More advanced, bring a smile to your face. Lower the arms, lower the leg, shake it out. Do whatever you need. Do organic movement. Just get into your body. Do that one. That's from my 500-hour teacher training. Just kidding. Yoga is not a serious thing. It's just some shapes and some poses. We don't have to be so rigid about it. I'm gonna heal from top surgery in 6 weeks. You don't have to be like that. Just be chill. Mountain pose. Let's work on our pelvic region. So I'm going to teach you how to tuck your pelvis or tilt your pelvis. So bring your hands to your waist. Notice if your butt's sticking out like you're at the club and you want to show off. Tuck it in. So instead of doing yoga with the butt out, you want to go, right? Do the sound, it helps. And then for our back bend, we want to have our feet, you can bring your feet pretty wide apart, wider than hips width. Your knees are bent, push your hips forward, reach the arms up, bend back. You can come up, take a forward fold. I get dizzy, I'll stay up. You can too. If you have questions about that, you can DM me. About anything, you can DM me or email me. Let's do that again though. So, knees bent, your pelvis is tucked, hips forward, reach up. One day you'll fall all the way back, right? You'll drop back. If you want, take a forward fold. And slowly make your way down to your mat. If you want to take a vinyasa, you know what that is. Knees, chest, chin, go ahead. Otherwise, rest. Let's do some hip openers before some heart openers. So come to all fours on your mat. You can touch in with a down dog if you're feeling it. Drop your knees. Scoot the left leg forward for pigeon pose or half pigeon. Kapotasana. It's the king's pose, right? And we're kings, so or maybe you're non-binary. Genderless, genderqueer, gender fluid, you're all valid. So you want to find height here, okay? People's inclination is often to like tip over to one side. Try to keep your hips in alignment. You can adjust here. You can come here and a little back bend. Make sure your back leg is straight. Maybe this is it for you. You hang out here. Maybe you tuck a block under the bum. Find your pose. And then if you're ready, you can slowly start to walk yourself forward. Maybe you get here and you're like, oh, I'm so tight. You can bring a block here. You can put it under your forearms. You can chill. Just try not to have your shoulders up to your ears like earrings. It's not cute. Danglies and a mustache can be cute, but the shoulders are not earrings. These are dad jokes. Trans dad jokes. Slowly start to come up. Take your time to get out of the pose. Bring your right leg forward. Take a little counter stretch here. Nice pop. And then make your way to a neutral position. You can do a little bit of this motion or whatever you like. I like to do hip circles. When you're ready, bring the right leg forward. Another thing is if you have knee stuff going on, I don't want to say issues, you can take this on your back and I'll show you how to do that too. So first, put your block under your bum if you need it. Find your pose, find height in the spine, length. When you're ready, slowly start to come forward. Use your breath to move through any sensations. Slowly start to come out of it. Other side, counter stretch. I just get a nice back pop there, a little release in the low back. You might not, you might get it. Let's do a staff pose. A nice pose to elongate the spine. So this is it. The feet are forward, the legs are forward, the feet are flexed. You sit up tall. Your core is engaged. Sometimes I touch my belly to turn it on. It's like a button. Hello. And then bring the soles of your feet together. Scoot your bum around, make space. Make sure your back and spine are long. We don't want to be like crunching. This is what we do all day on Zoom, online, on our cell phones, on TikTok. I've really gotten into TikTok lately. So after top surgery, we want to open our chest. So make sure you can find height in the spine. Maybe you can, and you start to come forward. Maybe you're just not quite to the feet with the head. Bring a foam roller. Oh, that's still too low. Oh, look at that, the perfect height. Play around with your props, whatever you have at home. This is a pose I could literally stay in all day. If you want to come out of it slowly, start to come up and out. We're gonna go to a heart opener now. So I like to use foam rollers a lot ever since I had top surgery. So you're gonna bring the foam roller right underneath If this is your top surgery scars, if you had double mastectomy, opposite. So bring the foam roller, as I was saying, just underneath your back, opposite top surgery scars if you have them like me. If not, it's under your shoulder blades basically. Because it's a foam roller, I like to roll around a little bit, give myself a little massage. It's really beautiful. I try to do it almost every day. And then you find a sweet spot and you lie back. If your neck, or if you're really tight, you can bring another pillow underneath the head. I'm just gonna lay back. You could stay here for as long as you like. 10 minutes, morning and night, whatever feels good in your body. I like the shoulders overhead. You might want them, it's kind of hard to put them down by your side, so it's probably where you'll put your arms. By the way, you want to have your knees bent and the feet on the floor to protect your low back. If you stay here for a couple minutes and you start to feel good, maybe you find those familiar feet again from the previous pose, Supta Baddha Konasana. It's up to you. I feel better today like this. Find what works for you. So to come up out of it, slowly bring your hands down, lift your neck carefully, bring your hands down by your sides. You can kind of scoot over onto the side. Being in a bigger body, especially, take your time. We're gonna get into the side now. I don't know about y'all, but my scars go up really high, and it's one of the places that I'm tightest after top surgery. So this is my favorite thing to do for that area, besides get a massage, of course. Do that too. If you can find a trans massage therapist, even better. So, foam roller, chilling like this, beach model. This is the pose. And then you can watch TV, you can talk to a friend, you can watch a Zoom class. One day people will watch this and they won't know what Zoom is, do you think? And use your breath. If you're doing this for the first time, you might be really tight. It might be like, oh, you need to come off of it and then go back down. That's fine. It's almost like a meditation if you just lay here. So now I'm going to start to move the foam roller because I'm feeling like a new spot has moved. The tension has moved down. So I'm going to just put the foam roller down into the ribs a little bit, and then you get a whole new sensation to breathe through. So it looks very like I'm doing nothing, but if you're doing it, you're going to be like, oh, hello. So again, you can pause the video, you can stay here longer. Another place to move it is like up into the armpit more. A lot of people carry tension here just from modern day life. You use technology at all. If you're on YouTube, you do. So this is a nice place to get into, especially after top surgery. I'll stay here for a moment with you. So switch sides, and as you see, I've come onto the same place in my body. And you know, you don't want to be like grimacing throughout this. You don't want to be like grinding your teeth, like I'm in so much pain. This is just going to a comfortable level for you, and you can work up to working through the scar tissue. I'm not a doctor, I'm not gonna like teach you about scar tissue, but I'm sure you know what it is because you have some. So again, if you need to come off of it for a second, you're like, ah, it hurts, and go back on, you can do that. You can be like, I did it for 1 second, that's good for today, maybe tonight I'll do 2 seconds, right? Work up to a comfortable level for your body. I've moved it up a little bit towards my armpit. I like to touch my belly here when I'm in this pose, just say, hi belly, how are you? I love you. It's nice to be in contact with our bodies. We are living in them, after all. Again, pause the video, enjoy your time here. When you're ready, come up. Oh, that's so nice. So you can use foam rollers in a myriad of ways. If you're really into the phone, sometimes I get too wrapped up on my phone. It's nice to use it on your forearms. You could probably do a whole class with these, so we'll save that for another day. I will show you all my peanut though. It's a great prop to get into the upper back, because often when our pecs are tight, our back muscles are overextending. We're like kind of hunching forward. So we want to create space back there and then bring the chest forward. All right, legs up the wall. One of my favorite tools for relaxation. A lot of times after top surgery, we don't need to worry about so much strengthening and rah, rah, rah. We need to relax. Healing happens when we relax. So this is one of my favorite things to do. Find a nice wall, bring your bum up towards it. Lie down, scoot the hips closer to the wall if you're flexible like me, farther away from the wall if you need more room. And rest. If you're like, oh, I'm too close to the wall, adjust, scoot back. This is a great inversion. It's an inversion because the feet are above the heart. The blood is reversing flow. Gives you a whole new perspective. Great for anxiety. Perfect before bed. It's also really good for, it helps relieve tension in the back of the legs, which is really nice if you've been kind of just laying around, or you've been walking a lot after top surgery to try to get exercise. It helps open up the backside of the body with the help of gravity. You don't have to do much. You can stay here as long as you like. I'm gonna come out of it. It's never a graceful exit. So if you're ready for a little more shoulder opening, you can bring a smaller loop into your hands. And sit tall to open the chest. Try to notice if your shoulders are hunching up and let them relax a little bit. You can kind of wiggle. Then you can release. Another one that's really nice, you reach the right arm up, grab the elbow, bring it down, hang out here for a moment. breathe. And then if you want to go for the quote-unquote full pose or the bind, you bring this. Same thing on the other side. You can hang out there for as long as you like. It's a great one to do every day. You should take my own advice. So the opposite side, reach that left hand down your back in between the shoulder blades. So in yoga we know that often two sides are never the same. So watch my trick for this side because I'm right-handed. Oh look, I can spin on my cushion. So on this side I'm tighter, so I kind of grab my right arm and gently pull it. Get it up as far as I can. Use the loop to grab it. This can be really intense. Be gentle. Don't force your body to do anything. If you don't have like different size straps at home, you can always just grab a t-shirt, right? In between your hands, a washcloth, a towel, a scarf, anything. We're gonna do some breathing, pranayama. Bring your left hand like this in Jnana Mudra, the thumb and index finger together. Right hand like this, first two fingers down. You're going to use your thumb and your ring finger to control the nose. Remember, I'm opposite you. This is my right hand. First, we'll do some preparatory breathing. So we're going to inhale through the left nostril and exhale through the left nostril. So you'll block the right nostril with your thumb. Inhale. Exhale. In. Out. Pretty simple. Do the same thing on the other side. Block your left nostril with the ring finger. Inhale through the right. Pretty simple. Turn it up a notch. Inhale through the left, out right, 2 times. We'll do just the opposite. Inhale right, out left. That is the beginning of alternate nostril breathing. Now I'll show you one round is like this. So one round, in left, out right, in right, out left. We'll do that a couple times. It's great to balance the energies in the body, the Ida and Pingala nadis, just helping us remember we have access to our breath, and the breath is our friend. Inhale through your left, out right, in right, out left. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Your breath, it doesn't need to be like really forced. It can just be natural, quiet. The person next to you shouldn't hear your breath. I'm kind of exaggerating so you can see that I'm breathing in and out, but it doesn't need to be this big. I'm doing yoga breath. That's not what we're going for, okay? keep going on your own. On your next exhale out your left nostril, conclude. Rest both hands in Jnana Mudra. Return the breath to normal. Take a minute, turn off the lights, get a blanket, get comfortable. The body temperature tends to drop when we relax, so make sure you're really warm and comfortable. Dharma, my teacher, says that relaxation is the best antidote for impurities. So let yourself relax. We may be feeling the need to get work done or catch up with emails after top surgery. See if you can resist this temptation. Rest is resistance. Bring your palms face up, the feet as wide as the mat. Bring your attention to your left hand. Fingers, thumb, one by one, relaxing. Palm, back of the palm, letting go. Wrist, forearm, elbow joint. All tension out. Upper arm, shoulder, armpit region, letting go. Get the sense that deep healing is taking place right now, because it is. Left foot, big toe, next toe, middle toe, next toe, baby toe, letting go. Sole of the foot, ankle, heel, grounding. Calf, shin, knee joint. Melting like butter. upper leg, thigh. All tension out. Glutes, hip, and pelvic bones sinking down into the ground, feeling the earth supporting you. The entire left side of the body asleep. Leave it by itself. Bring your attention to the right hand. Fingers, thumb, letting go one by one. Palm, back of the palm, asleep. Wrist, forearm, elbow joint, healing. Upper arm, shoulder, armpit region. Right foot, big toe, next toe, middle toe, next toe, baby toe. Light as a feather. Sole of the foot, heel, ankle. Loose, like water in a bag. Calf, shin, knee joint. Upper leg, thigh. Resting. Glutes, hip and pelvic bones sinking down into the ground, feeling the earth holding you. Low back, middle back, and upper back. Open, spacious, room to breathe. Room to be. Chest, abdomen. Healing all over. Neck, nose, mouth, tongue, lips, jaw, and ears. Leave your body by itself. Feel like you're losing body consciousness and go within to the center of the chest. Imagine like there's a rainbow Om symbol there and meditate upon it. Slowly start to return to body consciousness. Wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing yourself back. Maybe you give yourself a hug to thank yourself for showing up for this practice today. You can thank your body for making it through top surgery. You can thank your chest for healing on its own. You don't even have to do anything. The body heals on its own. When you make your way to a seat, we're going to find a gentle twist. Bring your right hand behind you, your left hand outside your right knee. Twist to your right. When you're ready, slowly come back to center. Same thing, other side, left hand behind you. Sometimes it's nice to bring the belly over the thigh. Right hand outside the knee. Twists are great for wringing out toxins. So if you were taking pain meds to help get those out of your system, if you're taking testosterone, there's obviously like synthetic meds in there that you might want to help the body move out. Or it could just be stress and tension. Come back to center. We'll close the class with the sound of 1 Om and 3 Shantis. Shanti means peace in Sanskrit. Peace to you, peace to me, peace to our whole community. Peace to our bodies. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May we all continue to be receptive to that great intelligence that lies equally inside of each one of us. Some people call that the queer trans God. Thank you for practicing Om Shanti.